advice for
prepare
couples? Do we have advice for couples, Jeff?
I don't.
I do.
People who say, do you have advice for couples like
Yes.
over 50 who have been together for a long time? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, if you're together,
Well,
maybe
let's not do
they have
that.
some advice for us.
No, but okay. Do we have advice for couples? I think one of the most important things. But can we just do this around the expectation thing?
Okay.
Do we have advice for couples? I think one of the most important things.
That was the right thing to do. You see what I just did?
Wait,
I
just
totally
do this,
agree
Jeff.
with her.
It'll be a good soundbite.
Why everything's a good soundbite?
Do we have advice for couples? I think the most important thing if you're going to be
Are
married.
you asking me that question, or are you just asking? Just go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not. You know what? You don't even need me here.
Do you have advice for couples?
Do we have advice for couples? I think the most important thing is to lower your expectations. I think if you just start out with lowered expectations in marriage, like, we should get rid of happily ever after. We should just go for ever after. Then any happily you get as a bonus.
You see, based on Annabelle's lower expectations, I've been doing this. So I've been lowering my expectations yearly from a very high, and after 13 years, my expectations are right about sea level.
And how's that working out for you?
I'm about ready to get scuba gear. That's what's happening for me.
Now, see, the thing is, I think one of the misconceptions about marriage is that people think that when you get married, it's the end of all your problems. But no.
It's the beginning of all your problems.
Yes. You've got bigger problems now.
You're really knocking into me here.
Oh, I was just trying to be sweet.
I know, but I feel like I'm like on a hockey rink.
Oh. Hockey. We don't like hockey.
What
That's
other
one thing
advice
we
we
share.
have?
You know what? People think that they have to get married. Wait.
No, the arguing. Like, people are afraid that if you argue, that's a bad thing. But we think that if you argue in a good way, don't be afraid to argue. You got to disagree. So try to do it with a little bit of humor.
Well,
not like
first of all,
us.
right. If you lose your sense of humor, you're just
don't do it with cutlery.
Lost in marriage. Don't do it with cutlery.
Don't argue with cutlery.
The thing is that if you find someone and you're exactly like them, that's going to be really boring a few years down the road.
Right.
I think it's more fun if you have someone who challenges you and encourages. I mean, on a serious note, I really think marriage is about growth. Someone who helps you grow as a person. And I don't mean weight, because they do say that the longer you stay married, the more weight you gain.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of growing.
I think it's good to challenge each other. Not with cutlery, but challenging each other to grow. That's really important.
If you say so.
Well, one thing that we do we don't have a lot of hobbies, but we do enjoy disliking things together.
And we hate the same
Yeah,
things.
we both don't like flavored coffee.
No, we hate flavored coffee.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know
hate
why.
it, like hazelnut, vanilla.
Hate it. Hate the idea of it.
Yeah.
We don't like the name Todd.
We don't like the name Todd.
We love people named Todd. We just don't like their name.
I don't like Todd. I hate the name Todd.
We hated the movie Avatar. We were the only ones. Everyone loved it.
Highest grossing movie of all time. We hated it. Hated it.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, and that's
and then I hated Crash.
Right.
We hate Jennifer Lopez.
That's our hobby, disliking things together.
We hate a lot of things. We hate the people who wear tattoos, who have tattoos and have to wear clothing that shows all the because we're from LA.
Right.
So it's just like people have a lot of tattoos, and all their clothing has to show tattoos.
We don't like ourselves when we're with our parents.
Yes. We don't. We don't like that, and we.
Yeah, we don't.
What else don't we like? We don't. We don't like. We don't like SUVs. We don't like them.
That's because
we hate them.
What do you think of the state of marriage in the United States today?
The state of marriage in the United States today is one in flux.
Well, a lot of people aren't getting married anymore. We might end up the last married couple in the United States.
Well, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
The funny thing is a lot of people aren't getting married. I mean, the trend is away from marriage.
It is, especially like in France. They're just done with it. But
the funny thing is we're not for marriage. We're not against marriage. We're just doing it.
We're marriage neutral.
We are.
What we are.
We're just in it.
I think the state of marriage in the United States is definitely it's evolving and it's changing because just because more women now work than men. That changes things. Men are like I do. I do all the dishes, the grocery shopping. I make the beds.
Men overestimate the amount of things that they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Take out the garbage,
there was
change
a study
the cat
in the Wall
litter,
Street Journal
clean
that
the
showed
espresso
when men
machine.
and women both work in a
take
marriage.
all of her cups.
Men overestimate
She just uses
the
coffee
amount of
cups.
things
She
that
has
they
about
do.
8,000
Jeff
cups.
does the
She
dishes,
leaves them
he
to where
thinks
they
you
are.
get like, oh,
I had
hold
to take
that
all
over
these
doing
cups
it because he has
together.
no idea
I call
what
it
I
Cups
actually
Ahoy.
do. He
Because I have about
doesn't
30
realize
cups in
where
my
our
hands.
son's
Cups
going to walk to.
Ahoy!
He doesn't
Here,
realize
and then
where the
I have to
lunch
wash
comes
them,
from.
all the
He has
crusty
no
coffee
idea all the
cups.
infrastructure
I
we
do the carpooling. It's
He
endless.
doesn't do the carpooling
It's an
all the
endless
time. He
list.
doesn't realize
all
that.
the time.
Uh-huh.
Where did the title come from?
Right here, or should I say, right here?
I want to say one thing before
Yeah,
that.
okay.
You know, it's a funny thing. What's happening with marriage in the United States right now? There are a lot of people who can't afford to get divorced. That's why they need our book and they need to come and see our show, because we will give them perspective. When they see us, they'll think, God,
Yeah, wow.
we don't have it so bad.
That's right. Well, you really thought that was funny. I didn't think it was that funny.
Okay.
Okay, I just was surprised at how funny you thought that was.
I
That's
did.
all.
I'm sorry. Okay, what were we talking about? The next thing? What were you saying?
The title.
The title.
The title of the book,
That
that was
came from
Jeff's
here.
idea. Yeah, my title was for the book, originally the title for the book was going to be How Not to Have a Marriage Like Ours. Some people thought that was negative, but I thought it was actually positive. Because if you start really low, it would give people like a schadenfreude to
a
see
twisted
our
logic.
marriage and then feel pretty
Takes
good.
logic, pushes it into, like, rolls it up like this, swallows
Like
it,
a
burps
sushi.
it out, and then
Yes.
slaps
Logic
it away.
sushi. It's like freakonomics of marriage.
So I came up with the idea, it was a joke.
Marriage
To tell you the truth, we were having...
That was one title.
We were trying to come up with a title, and you were in New York, I was in LA taking
We were
care of our son.
texting each
'cause
other.
I do this, I take care of the son. And, well, you're working, which is great, because women work. And you said to me, you were at a play. She was not working that night. She was at a play with some friends. I was taking care of our son.
He was doing research.
Uh-huh. And I get this email saying, I'm with these interesting theater people, and give me just 3 titles of
God,
them.
you're making this story long. It was Jeff's idea. The title of the book was Jeff's idea.
2 ideas were serious, and 1 was the
What
joke.
were the other titles?
I don't know, but
How Not to Have a Marriage Like Ours.
I don't know, like, you know, My Marriage Sucks, the yours. I don't know what it was, but
I'm okay,
You suck.
You suck, something like that.
So the joke title was, you say tomato, I say shut up. And I thought, well, she'll think it's funny at least. And then I get things like, they love it.
I
They
tried
love
it
this-
out on some friends I was with when he texted it to me, and they liked it. And I
Again,
don't get
friends
it,
have to
but
approve.
yeah.
Other people outside,
No,
like
you
directors,
see, my asking other people if they like the title
friends,
is just my way of
small
building
animals.
consensus.
You'd ask
I
the
think
dog,
that's a
do you
great
think this
thing.
is good? Do you think what he's doing is right? And if
You know,
the dog
we do
like did
live
this,
in a, well, some people like democracy as opposed to an autocracy. So you are the autocratic
What?
rule. So
I'm
I
flexible.
actually
I'm
felt
flexible.
building consensus.
so
is a good
flexible.
thing.
You're the autocrat. Your other nickname is Rulella, Queen of the Rules.
Is it, no, I thought it was Sergeant Gerwich.
Sergeant Gerwich, Rulella, the Sheriff of Knowingham. These are autocrats, okay? I'm Sir Flex-a-Lot.
Okay.
Okay. What's the next question?
Anything else?
We were just talking about why people should come see the show. I think they
Oh.
answered it before, but
They answered it
Yeah.
before a little bit, but we can
let's-
revisit it.
All right.